It was the year of 1898. The Van der Linde gang was elsewhere, and things were different. In this area of the United States we see Mr. Edward Cornelius, a man who helped a widow with avenging the death of her husband. He was a man who made his living by being a piano player at a moonshine shack. He enjoyed his job at the shack, playing and dancing to the music. Sadly though, life can't be all fun and games. A snowstorm hit New Hanover and the surrounding states and disaster struck. With the unexpected snow, crops at the Braithwaite Manor and the farms north of St. Denis withered away. No crops means no food, and soon a famine and chaos broke out in the 5 states. People's houses were destroyed by starving people looking for food, leaving the owners of those houses to live in camps. But the worst thing that happened was the moonshine business. Because of the snowstorm, the bootleggers went out of business because of supplies running out, and Edward was out of the job. All hope was not lost, however. Edward was walking out in the hardlands when he saw a camp. It belonged to a man named Cripps. He talked to him and found out he needed help with his business. They came to an agreement. He gets a place to sleep, but in exchange he delivers to the buyers and has to get materials. They shook hands and said deal. Edward was now a trader, complete with his own outfit. He was even given his own revolver, shotgun, rifle, and bow. He was ready. Life as a trader though was not easy, especially during the snowstorm of 1898. There were many savages and bandits fighting for supplies. Every time Edward delivered an order to a buyer, the buyer would be under attack by people desperate for supplies. He had to constantly get skins, and it became tiresome. Life as a trader was not easy. Only the toughest could survive out here in this snowstorm. However, one day, something horrible happened. He was on his way back to camp when he fell down a cliff with his horse named Bo. Edward was fine, but when he got up he found his horse dead on the ground. His companion, his buddy, the only thing close to him, was dead. Edward was so heartbroken by this that he fell into a depression and drank to get away from his sorrows. He eventually found out about an old man named Jones. He dealt with black magic and could bring things back to life. What he didn't know, however, was that he was a trickster. He gave him something to drink. He said that it would cause him to morph into the afterlife and bring back his horse, but in actuality he was giving him a drink that would later be classified as a roofie. He passed out moments later and woke up an hour later on the bridge connecting West Elizabeth and New Hanover. Still hungover, he grabbed a rail to get himself up, but at the bottom of the bridge he thought he saw his horse, Bo. He leaped over the railing thinking he would land on his horse, but sadly that didn't happen. What happened was that he fell to his death like Spinel in that Minecraft meme I saw.
That's right, I heard the story.
And that is the tale of Mr. Edward Cornelius. A man who tried to be the best trader in the 5 states. May he rest in peace and walk the afterlife with Arthur Morgan.
Amen.